Hey guys, Pete B here with Clinics. In this session, we're talking about feedback. Some love it and some don't, but I suppose it depends on the type of feedback you're receiving, right? Well, regardless of your standpoint, I think we can all agree that feedback can and should play a massive part in how you manage your organisation from the ground up. For a lot of you, feedback isn't a luxury, it's a requirement, and how you track feedback is just as important as receiving it in the first place. Going digital with surveys makes your lives easier, and working with the feedback in a meaningful way will unlock significant opportunities to improve your business. Before we can get started with building out our forms, we want to ensure that our branding is in line with company standards. A hot tip on the branding: if you're dealing with a corporate client, try personalising the branding by uploading an image which combines your logo and theirs, and use that as your header. You can also apply header and layout colours, and keeping things clean, we're going with a pure white theme. Feedback forms are perfect for tracking info relating to things like workplace visits or homestay. It's important to give the forms a relevant name so it's easily identifiable throughout JR+, and you should also apply branding associated to the intended target. You can also make forms available to individuals or organisations, or even both, and give the form its own personalised URL. The forms themselves are super easy to build and offer a high level of customisation with font sizes and formatting all available to the user. We've included a range of ad hoc question types, as well as the individual's or organisation's info, which can help to personalise the form for compliance purposes. Users also have the option to mark mandatory questions, move them or delete them if you happen to make a mistake. Easy. A really common way of obtaining data is to include sliders in your forms. They're easy to use and everyone understands them, so give them a go. Whether it's a one-pager or spread over multiple, it's important to let someone know when they've completed the online form and submitted their responses. And that's what the success page is for. Once you're done building your form, don't forget to hit the save button, so the form will be available for your staff to distribute or to complete. Adding a feedback form to a record is easy and can be done from the left menu of an individual's or an organisation's record. Naming convention for the URL is important, so make sure you standardise this across the board, or allow JR+ to take care of this for you. Once the form is added to a record, you can email or SMS this to the intended recipient, or you can have your educators or student support staff run through this with your students using a computer, tablet, or even their smartphone. Once the form is saved, or eventually completed, it will sit against the record for review. For a complete overview of all forms, jump into Communications, Feedback, Forms from the top menu. Any partially completed forms can be easily identified, reviewed, and completed by your team. You'll also have a full history of the form status updates being recorded for compliance purposes. Now you're probably wondering how you can extract all of this super useful info. Well, that part's even easier than what I've already shown you. You'll see a little green export button. Hit that and you'll be able to extract the list view showing the information on this page in an easy to use Excel spreadsheet. Or all the Q&As, which is where you can manage responses in bulk and ensure your compliance and continuous improvement aren't left behind at the point the forms were completed. Feedback forms are awesome, but they may not always hit the mark. Maybe you want to get surveys out and get them out in bulk. Similarly to feedback forms, surveys are constructed via the JR+ form builder. When fields are added to your form, you can edit the text and really customize the way you communicate with your target audience. In this example, I'm creating an anonymous training evaluation form, which would commonly be sent to students during their enrollment to gauge how everything is going. Sliders are perfect for this example as they allow your students to give ratings to the questions you're asking. Were the topics relevant to me? Were the facilities adequate? And we're going to make those mandatory. But seeing we're keeping this anonymous, we're going to allow the student the option of passing on their contact details if they want to. Last but not least, don't forget to update the success page and hit save. Easy. An important part of setting up your surveys, especially when they're anonymous, is ensuring you create clear campaigns allowing you to identify cohorts and their responses at a glance. This can be done via communications, feedback, surveys, where various customization options such as URL name, the form to be used, and the collection period within which the form will be accessible can all be managed. Surveys are easily distributed via JR+. The true value is seen by distributing these via your entire enrolments list, possibly once you've applied filters to identify the target audience. But you can also distribute the URL via courses or timetabled events, and you have the option to dictate to the individual level who will receive this particular set of questions. Once the intended target opens the URL for your survey, it's super easy to complete, and all of their responses come straight back into the dashboard. Surveys dashboard allows users to view and edit existing surveys, or copy them for a future survey which may have similar requirements. Clicking into each survey provides you with all of the valuable data captured from your target audience. So there you have it, feedback in JR+. You'll find running your feedback through forms and surveys a massive time saver. Get on board and get the most out of your JR+ subscription. Catch you in the next clinic. Peace.